All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Two Dudes Podcast. That's Kevin Manning. This is Richard Kearney, and we got another one for you. What's up, Kev?
Oh man, nothing much, Still recovering from that W. Still recovering. I know you don't know about W's past October, so that's what happens when a team wins.
Be
You
very
get more
careful what
W's.
you say. Be very
Huh?
careful what you say. The arrogance of Chiefs fans will come back on you.
See, there you go with that arrogance. We just
No,
living
no,
life.
we're not even gonna get into sports yet. But when we do, some call him the GOAT. I call him the great cheater. He is going to find a way through help
Oh,
of the
without a
league
doubt.
and the refs. So before you celebrate your coronation of finally getting away from the little kids table with the Chargers and coming to the big boys table with the Broncos and the Raiders and having 3 Super Bowl
No, no, no,
championships,
no. See,
no, don't
no,
say
no.
nothing. No,
See how you try to
you
include yourself?
you are
You're
not
not
allowed.
doing
You are not
this.
allowed to talk in
No,
this
you're
conversation
the big boy
until
table
you
of the
have
half,
three.
man.
Until you have three. It don't matter if I'm that old uncle that comes in that same
It
tired
don't.
ass red suit. I
It
got my
don't.
three. You
Here's the
still ain't.
thing. Here's the thing. You go to Vegas Stadium, the toilet bowl, what they call it, Tiny Bowl.
The
You go
Death
to
Star.
Tiny
It's
Bowl
called the
Stadium,
Death Star.
yeah, Tiny Bowl Stadium, and you ask majority of the fans how many rings does Oakland have, or Vegas, wherever you're, LA, whatever you call yourself at that day.
They'll all
They'll
say three because they know their history.
know this is what they're gonna say. They lost to Tampa some years back in the Super Bowl. That's all I know because that's all that's on film that people watch. The new generation don't care about back then. It's a 10-year window. That's all they
Okay,
care
if it's
about.
all about the new generation, then y'all only got one. Then
That's
that's all you know
and I
about.
agree. I agree. It's that 10-year window is all they care about. Like right now, you ask them how many rings does Denver got? Oh, they got one. They should have got two, but Peyton lost that first one. That 10-year window is all them motherfuckers care about. They don't
But
even
see,
realize. I bet you what's so sad because they say their fan base is horrible. I'm pretty sure the majority of them don't even realize the fucking Chargers came from San Diego first. This
I
is
think they do realize that they've only been in LA for 2 years.
that attention span is that small. That window is that small. It's like I'm not trying to knock y'all. Y'all got y'all three rings. Props to y'all. Y'all had some greats come through those doors. Had some former Chiefs come through those doors. Props to y'all. But when you get today's fan, you got to realize there's more casual fans than there are hardcore fans like us,
Right.
and they don't know shit past. Well, we in 2021. They probably don't know shit past 2009. Just like when we do the whole MJ LeBron debate, more and more people will be like, "Who, LeBron or MJ?" Kobe. Nick, we didn't say Kobe. That's what people say because sadly they don't know about. All I know about MJ is he got the greatest sneakers in all the land according to the masses. That's all they know. Oh, and he owns the Hornets now. That's all they know. They don't know about what he did on the court. Just like a lot of people nowadays don't know Ice Cube used to be a rapper. They probably think he's nothing but a director, producer, and a movie star. That's the day and age we in now. Sadly, that's what it is.
It is sad, but when I talk sports, I'm talking about the real hardcore
Yeah,
people. I don't
yeah.
care about
I
them
agree with
casual
you. Look at
fans.
it for
I
what it
don't care
is.
about them casual fans. If
Yeah.
you're a casual fan, that's the same thing to me as a fair weather fan.
But see, that's the thing though. The casual fan is winning. Next time you get a chance, you watching ESPN, you watching NFL Network, you'll notice their former players are getting younger and younger because they appeal to the casual fan. Cause like I listen to Miami, you need to listen to it. Charles Woodson was on All the Smoke podcast. I didn't realize he was with ESPN for 3 years. Cause I swear I only seen him on 2 years of Monday Night Football. The
That's
third year,
because he's been with the
they were
college.
making that.
He was doing the college stuff.
Yeah, then he said he's on Fox Sports One. Where? You ain't
Okay,
all on the
I didn't
majors.
realize that.
Yeah, so he must be doing just the college stuff. So it's like they're putting people in certain shells, even though they shouldn't be. But that's everything's transitioning like that.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that because my coach. A lot of people don't realize, hey, he actually was the coach for the Raiders before, and he actually coached the Buccaneers before. Oh, I just know him from being on ESPN.
Monday Night Football quarterback room. That's what they know him for. Break down this defense for me. That's all they know.
But it's funny that you mentioned people as you when you said LeBron or MJ and they say Kobe. Today, a moment of
You know,
silence.
I
It's the
fucking hate it
26th.
today.
It's the
You know,
26th. This is the anniversary that we lost Kobe among all the others in the crash.
I did my best to stay off social media today.
It was not that Kobe heavy, surprisingly. It was not. I saw two, maybe three. That's it.
Because they fucking Kobe wasted because they used him so much during the pandemic in the bubble. Yeah, toilet paper was Kobe. Motherfucking mouthwash was Kobe.
They needed the Kobe to win that championship. They ain't gonna
I'm
win it
talking
now.
just the league, period.
Well,
It
I
was
know.
Kobe, 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 Kobe.
It's
I blame Kobe for yesterday's I Am Athlete being such a weak ass episode. I blame that on Kobe.
okay. Are we talking about the same one with Nene?
With who?
Whatever that chick's name is, that she's got a problem with white people.
No. That was on Sunday. They put one out Monday that was with D Brown's daughter on it, and they was comparing WNBA versus NFL as far as how
Okay.
it's lopsided financially.
I have not seen that one yet. Then I
Yeah,
think
you
that's
need
in
to.
my queue. I need to check it out.
Yes, boring as fuck.
But
But you
the
know the Nitty chicks from here, right?
I know she's from here, but I have a very big problem with her.
I
I
got
understood
that.
everything that they were saying was right on point, especially when Hugh was talking.
Uh-huh.
Hugh knows what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
That, that's my guy right there. Now, she was doing all right, except for she made a remark about we need to do this and forget about them and just let them do, I won't paraphrase, but her remark was pertaining to us doing them the way we've been done. And people have to understand that's not the way it works. You cannot do that. If you want equality, it must be equal. That's the whole point of equality. Um, yes, we do need black head coaches, but that doesn't mean we should go out and create a black league. That ain't going to work. That does not mean that we should purposely hire someone who's black. That's not going to work. You still get the best qualified person, which Andy Reid right now is a very lucky man because he still has Eric Bieniemy. Um, I strongly believe that brother should have got picked up a couple of teams ago.
Yeah. It's
But
like,
my whole point about her is she just rubs me the wrong way because she's too far to the left.
well, the thing is, she, well, one, like I said, she's from here. Man, I didn't meet her before she left because she would have never left. Because she ain't bad on the eyes. I'm gonna put that out there. I guess she got a husband or something. That nigga look like a simp, but that's a whole nother story. Um, the thing about her is she's educated from a black college and she reached heights that people probably told her she couldn't. She probably was told more than likely, you're not going to go anywhere with your HBCU degree. And she went up and got a legal, became a lawyer.
Right.
Then from there, she went, worked for the NFL, heights that she probably was told she's never going to reach. So in her mind, you can't tell me nothing. But then what happens? You link up with a football player who had a name for himself in Brandon Marshall, and he drinks the Kool-Aid you pouring, and he brings you on his team. And so now it's like you're gaining momentum to where it's no one can tell me nothing because you've done it pretty much your way and you ain't been questioned. So therefore, your mind is you're bigger than what you are. So therefore, you're going to be that braggadocious, that boisterous person, whether it's right or wrong.
Right.
And that's where I'm just like, you have your moments, but overall, I'm gonna need you to pump your brakes and just chill out for a minute, Shotty. Because just because you work for the NFL, don't mean you know the NFL. You feel what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Hmm.
And the thing is, she talks as if she knows the NFL. It's mindset of I got something to say, and it's got to be right because it's me, which is a lot of females' downfall. Just because you got to speak it, don't mean it needs to be spoken.
Yeah, I mean, even when they talked about the inauguration,
Hold on a second. That could be name of a book. Just because you can speak it, don't mean it need to be spoken. I need to make a book. I'm gonna write a book and just go
okay,
say
yeah,
that.
you remember that. That'd be a good tagline for you.
Man,
All right, so when they talked about the inauguration, she was like, "Oh, I'm not worried about Biden. We got Kamala in there, somebody from a HBCU." Okay, stop right there. I, I appreciate the fact that she went to a all black college, but that doesn't make her the best ever that ever was. And that doesn't mean you discount Biden. They come as a package deal. That's why they call them president and vice president. You celebrate them together. That's what the whole point of the inauguration is for. She's very disillusioned.
well, see, you missed what she was doing on that.
Oh, I didn't miss it. She just went too far to the left, like I said.
No, it's not about going to left or anything. That was nothing more than trying to get money for HBCUs because a lot of them are closing left and right. I think hers is one of them that may survive, but for how long? Because you stress where Kamala came from because you want that to be the calling card. Hey, HBCUs, we produce vice presidents, we produce Fortune 500s. So you're trying to get that tagline together of what they produce to get people to donate money. End of the day, if people are fucking with you, they did it way before Kamala. They wouldn't have cared about her being what she is. They would have just been like, hey, here's that bread and let it be known. She missed that point. And there's a lot of people they keep stressing where, Madame Vice President or however the fuck you say it, where she came from, which for a lot of people, they give two fucks about that. They don't care where she came from. They want to see what her initiative and what she go do because she's on the clock. You gotta be dumb not to know she gonna be the next president. You gotta be real damn dumb not to know that. So long as she can stay scandal free,
Hmm.
cue the noise. She can stay scandal free. She in there. It's hers to lose because there ain't one Republican that can touch her.
None.
Exactly. So it's hers to lose. And old girl is making that comment. She's trying to get more donations. But the thing is, are you trying to get donations for your school or HBCs as a whole? Because there's a lot more that's suffering than those that are making it. And mine personally, GSU, I don't know how they still open because I know they're not getting what they used to get. So it's one of the things where she was trying to, she was trying to trying to get money. Her hustle is I can make money, I can get money. I got these ideas that's gonna make money. So for her to do that, she kept saying that she trying to get money to them black colleges when, hey, I'm pretty sure Brandon paying you six figures. Open up your wallet. What's in your wallet?
Exactly.
You
And
know?
the other thing is, though, when I say she's missing the point, Kamala didn't make vice president because she went to a HBCU. That wasn't her struggle. She became the first woman. You should be out there telling all women of all races, hey, see, this is what you can do. This is how you can overcome and become something better. Don't focus on where she got her education from. That just means that you were in a certain point in the United States under a certain roof being taught by a certain teacher. It don't change the fact that you're a woman.
Excuse me. See,
I,
that's the thing. She's not trying to push that it's from that she's black or whatever. She's not trying to push that she's a female. She's just pushing the HBCU.
right.
That's all she's doing. Because if you look at the conditions of say Penn Valley's little setup, and
Yeah.
then you go look at a lot of these black colleges, you'll be like, damn, you mean to tell me a JUCO is doing better than these, and this is a university? That's just and what's the sad part about it? A lot of these universities are the city that they're in. And
Yeah.
then, but destitute and fortitude. That's not even fortitude, just destitute there. And
That's
that's sad.
true.
So like I give her props on trying, but that was a weak ass try.
It was. All right. So let's back up just a little bit because we usually talk about ourselves because we're fun guys. We're good to talk about. So we're gonna get into each other for a minute because I got a couple things on the plate this week.
All right, go ahead.
Uh, normally my first run of the year is in March. We kick it off for the St. Patrick's Day run, but this year I will be doing the inaugural Raiders Way 5K. So yeah, running with the silver and black.
So you
This
want the Raiders?
Saturday. Nah, I'm doing the virtual part, bro. I ain't got that kind of bread. I will eventually make it down to Vegas, if not for the draft, definitely for opening day. But I'm gonna get my first 5K out of the way this weekend, and I'm not gonna lie, my training's been a little iffy, so I don't expect to do quite well, but I'm still gonna do it.
How you
And
doing it virtually?
well, for the virtual runs actually started several years back, but they really got popular last year because of the pandemic. You pay your racing fee and all that, just like anything else, but they send you your packet and everything beforehand, and after you get done racing, take a photo, upload it with your time on their site. That way, once the races are over, they will have everybody's times and you'll know where you placed. Because it's still 3 miles whether you do it in your own backyard or on the actual course. So when you upload that time, it'll show. And actually, 5K is 3.11 miles, but you get the
So
drift.
this weekend you're running 3.1.
3.1 Saturday. I think they said you could either do it Saturday or Sunday. I'm gonna go ahead and knock mine out the way Saturday because I believe it's supposed to be 50 degrees, and brother don't like running in the cold no more. I'm getting old, so let me have that sunshine. Now that I said that, it will probably snow again, but that's a whole nother thing.
Well, good luck to you. I
And
ain't running shit.
but
Excuse me.
Sunday I'm gonna be head down in here, eyes forward, looking at the computer screen all day and being on camera. For those that don't know, I have a show on YouTube called Rewind, Relive, and Review. I go over movies, music, TV shows, and somebody that's got well over 2,000 movies and uh, several hundred CDs and albums and all that. I got a lot of material that I can put out for weeks to come. We put stuff out every Tuesday and Thursday, so I'm going to try to cram a bunch of things out, uh, or at least get them shot and edited. That way, I can have some more stuff, coming out there. So, uh, as a matter of fact, for people that are on this podcast here today listening, at the time that we put it out, just go down in the description and I'll have the link in there. So that in a nutshell is going to be my whole weekend right there, either running or filming. Uh, what's your world been looking like?
Well, before we get to my world, I just want to tell you I just checked my trusty Fox 4 weather app.
Yes,
And Saturday for us, there's going to be 58 and 75% chance of rain.
I don't mind running in the rain if it's warm, so I can live with that.
Mostly cloudy skies, few showers later in the day, depending on when you get started.
Oh, I'll knock it
And,
out early. I'll
and it's
knock it
going to
out
be
early.
windy, about 10, 20 miles an hour.
Damn, I
Okay,
don't like that.
so 40% chance of rain during the day. Evening, that's when it gets higher. So you may not get any rain.
I can live with that.
But I know they're talking about supposed to do something overnight tonight, which I'm like, that's just fucking great.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Out this way, they were expecting it to happen on Monday. They actually closed school on Sunday. It came up across the screen. So, little man was happy he didn't have to go to school. I'm like, well, damn, I still got to go to work, so it ain't no big
I was
deal
just
to
about
me.
to ask, you get the day off, or you still got to
Hell
go?
no. I'm the last person to get the day off. I got to go.
You don't need day off anyway. You ain't got shit to do.
You're
So
right. I
basically,
don't.
what you
But what
say is
was funny was it,
mm,
it
go
was a
ahead.
little sleet in the morning,
Uh-huh.
afternoon, nothing.
So
So they wasted
once
a
the
snow
sun
day.
was still snoring and drooling while you had to get up and get ready.
Pretty much.
That'd be that fucked up shit, don't it?
Yeah, it do.
Especially if you look and see your wife in that good comfortable sleep. I just want to throw some water, make them wake up. Like, oh my bad, I tripped and fell. Well, I didn't mean to
I,
do
I ain't gonna do her like that because she be done me like that one day, and she'll wait till I'm on vacation.
that. Even better time.
Nah.
Especially if you take a trip somewhere for vacation.
Oh,
You're like, oh
if
my
I'm
bad.
taking a trip somewhere, I'm good. Let me get up early, pack the bags, let's get in the ride.
Sometimes you're already there and it's like the next day.
Oh
Yeah, I
no,
mean,
that'd be
especially
dirty.
if it's been a night of drinking, oh my bad, I tripped and fell. Oh, yeah, I'd be that childish.
Wow. Yeah. Remind me not to drink with you again.
Hey, you know.
All right. So back to you. What's been going on?
I'm on week 3 of the gig. Had to take yesterday off. Body was hurting. Body was tired. I worked a part time, so I had already worked like 9 days straight or some shit like that or whatever. So
Damn.
I took Monday just to recuperate, rest up. But I'm a temp anyway, so I'll chalk up the 8 hours. I'll get it back some other way or whatever. If I needed that, 'cause my body was a little sore, but took that one. Probably won't do it again no time soon, but just needed that one day for rest. And there's a lot of shit I need to do that I've been neglecting all weekend that I hadn't done. Like the girls came Sunday, wasn't no food in the crib for real, hadn't paid no bills. But like there's a bunch of shit I need to do that I hadn't done. So I took it all day yesterday. But getting used to the gig, still waiting on some shit to crack. I gotta be there tomorrow early for I check in. Hope I ain't about to get no trouble though, because I had to do this OSHA training today. I'm thinking it's a simple little list of this video, go about your business. This motherfucker got 178 chapters to it.
Damn.
Yeah, about 2 to 3 minutes long each one. That's a lot of damn shit, a lot of damn time. And I had little quizzes to take in between. So I done got laid back in my chair. I'm looking up like this, just sitting there, earbud in my ear, because I'm just like, this shit's gonna take forever, which it did. And apparently the head lady, my people, if you're the head person, you like the god or whatever. Act like it. Don't be little punks about your shit. Lady go, see me, assume I was asleep, go to my boss. My boss like, I need to talk to you. Michelle saw you in your chair and she said you were asleep. And I said, no, I'm sitting there listening to this. I said, I'm listening to 178 chapters of a monotone lady talk, and it's long and boring, and I gotta take quizzes every so often. I said, I'm just sitting in the chair, laid back, looking up at the ceiling, just listening while it's playing in my ear. But if I'm like this, you ain't gonna see my cord hanging or whatever. Oh, well, just next time, just maybe get up and walk around, or just And I'm like, so you still talking to me like I was asleep when I'm telling you I wasn't asleep. I'm sorry,
Damn.
I was like, okay. Now when she says she's gonna let Aerotech know, let the motherfuckers know. Do what you gotta do. I was like, it was just real
Wow.
dumb and irritating. I'm like, if it
Damn.
was that deep, you could have said something to me. But clearly it wasn't that deep. You try to make somebody else do your dirty work. You a fucking head person. Get a pair and do what you trying to do. Don't be on that whole shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That is some weak shit though, for real.
Yeah. Yeah, so I checked it out, finished it up, then had to pass it. I had to get 80% overall. That took a couple tries because, some questions you'd be like, oh, it's gotta be this, gotta be that. But I think about 3 tries I got it. Finished the day out, didn't do shit for real, but let's watch shit on YouTube. But then once I had to go to the store, man, this shit was hilarious. Some things you gotta just let fucking go. Just keep when all this 6 feet and mask and everybody's so weary. Get out your sensitive pants. Let some shit go. I'm in DG grabbing some paper plates and little odds and ends for the crib, and I'm in line. Ain't no basket. Hands is full. Got Swiffer shit in my pockets. I'm like, holy motherfuckers think I ain't trying to steal. Because this big ass thing of Swiffer, you can't steal. So
Yeah.
I'm standing in line, and the guy's just paying for his shit. Whole time he's like this, just looking down, bagging his stuff. paying for his stuff. Lady tell him how much he pays. He goes, "All right, thank you, sir. You have a good rest of the day." He never looked up at you as you was a female because your voice wasn't soothing at all. Your voice sounded more like a bag of rocks than it did the ocean. So he wasn't knowing you as a female. She goes, "I am a ma'am, sir. I am not a sir. I am a ma'am." And he was like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't look up." And so she was like, "Well, I just wanted to let you know I'm a woman." So he was like, "Well, I didn't look up, and honestly, I don't give a fuck. So, if I didn't look up at you, I don't know why you're taking offense to it." And walked out. I was like, "God damn. You could have just let that shit go, you fucking simpleton."
Wow.
Motherfucker
Yeah.
respect you. You barely making $12 a Dollar General. Get your 40-year-old, I fuck my life ass up out of here. I apologize. That was disrespectful. She got a job at DG. Proud of her. But if you don't get your makeshift looking like I'm a stud ass up about there trying to, I'm a woman. Well, talk like one then, bitch, because you showed didn't when he was in there. I'm glad he was like, well, fuck you then. Well, I was like, man, that's my nigga right there. Because it was just stupid. It was just real dumb. You holding up the line trying to prove a point that didn't need to be proven. The motherfucker never looked up at you. There's some deep voice ass females out here. That shit, that's life. Some females you talk to on the phone, you don't realize they're a fucking female.
All right, let me ask you this. Did she look like a female?
If you was a city, you can see the braids and shit or whatever. But even then, she had a fucking scully on. Had a scully on, braids hanging down.
So you see
Then,
where I'm going with that then.
and her
Because
glasses.
basically you just described Marshawn Lynch.
Well, they were glasses was unisex. So there was no femininity about her. So yeah, I mean, she probably could draw for me, wouldn't show any sign of a period. But that's a whole other story. But it's just I was like, okay, can we expedite this shit so I can get up out of here? I got a podcast to go record. And they was holding me up.
See, that's why I don't even include genders. I just do my normal please and thank you, but I don't say sir or ma'am. And then, my lovely gray and white beard affords me the ability to not have to say sir or ma'am, because I will say I'm 50 years old. I don't have to say sir to anybody.
Cause I was like, well, fuck you then. Get out of my store. Bitch. Who's next?
All right. Thank you, Marshawn. I would probably say some shit like that walking out the door. All right. So I want to read you a story. This
Okay.
had me laughing. I mean, it's a sad story. It had me laughing because of the way people are.
Okay.
A teacher died of COVID-19. Asked to wear masks in his honor, the school board members silently refused. Here's the deal. I'm just going to go over the bullet points. School district employee Jennifer Susko pleaded with those on the board who were not wearing masks to put them on in honor of Mr. Hendricks, an elementary school kindergarten teacher. Hendricks Elementary School kindergarten teacher. His name was Patrick Key. He died Christmas Day after he was hospitalized for 6 weeks with COVID-19. His obituary mentioned his appreciation for wearing masks. Patrick felt passionate about wearing masks during the pandemic. Susko read during the public comment time of the Thursday meeting. So basically, in a nutshell, she asked everybody during the school board meeting, in his honor, let's all wear masks. So during those 13 seconds, eyes were fixed on maskless members of the Board of Education of Cobb County. You know where this is going. For those 13 seconds, some members looked down. A few shifted their seats. All were quiet. Most were already wearing masks, but at least 2 men, including the superintendent, Chris Ragsdale, who were not wearing face coverings, remained maskless. All right, I'm not going to go into any more of the story. My whole point is this. This man was very adamant about wearing masks. And I guess, according to this story here, the school board didn't really care. This man got COVID. He died. And then one of his friends on the board pleaded, asked, hey, for a few seconds, in his honor, can you wear a mask? And they just looked at her like, "Root? I mean, for real? Why you would wonder why people are still like that. They don't understand that this shit is real. This is life and death. And I can't I man,
It's like
I'm
I said,
glad the superintendent for my school board is not like that.
it's like I've said before. Some things just ain't sexy to people. Wearing a mask to cure a drug, a disease isn't sexy. But let me go ahead and get this shot that I know nothing about so I can tell everybody, oh, I got my shot. You getting yours? You ain't decided yet? I was in that same place, but I decided what harm could it do if I was to get this shot now? That's sexy. Getting the mask to save your life ain't nothing sexy about that. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Mm.
It's always got to be something you can talk or something you can put on Facebook or IG about. If you can't do it, why bother? My question is though, how they keep stressing old boy love mask? Was he wearing masks before they were supposed to wear masks? Because he love mask a little too much for me.
They didn't state that in the story. And
I'm
they
just
didn't state
saying
how he got it.
he got a killer trick or treat game, I'm sure.
But damn, I mean, it's like people just they
They
irk
don't
me.
care.
They sure don't. All right, let's talk a little sports now before we
Yeah,
wind this
actually,
down because I got a couple things I need
I
to
got
get
some
out.
breaking news before you get on what you got wrote down.
Okay, go for it.
All right, breaking news from my Samsung, the best phones out there. No one has been elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame of 2021. No one reached the 75% required voting wise to get in.
Wow.
Closest one was Kurt I cheated Shillings at 71%. He was 16 votes shy of what he needed. Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, they both stopped at 61 like they've been the past couple years.
Damn.
Andrew Jones went from 3% vote to 33%, but no one, for the second time, the first time since 2013, there will be no one in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
What does that tell you about baseball?
Still got a lot of old white people running it. That's all it is. You still got old white people running it, and they don't want to turn the other cheek as far as the steroids because they swear up and down it's a clean sport.
Ah,
Just like I saw with Hank Aaron, someone had the audacity to put the real home run king. Stop it. I'm like, man, if you don't get the hell up out there with that real home run king shit, PEDs or not, it's not going to, it helps you recover, but it's not improving your skills. Barry was naturally gifted. You know, hey, that PED ain't helping him send that to McCovey Cole. That's him and his hand speed and his workout ethic. Everybody said his workout was second to none. You know, even Roger Clemens, 354 wins. That's a lot of fucking wins for a pitcher that may only pitch 20 games a season.
yeah.
PEDs they gave him that endurance. That's a lot of damn wins. That's a lot of time on the mound. And let's not act like Roger Clemens was 150 pounds. He was a big motherfucker majority of his
Yes.
career.
Yes, he was.
And he played in a lot of big games for the Red Sox and the motherfucking Yankees. But you know, they gonna keep trying to hold them out like they're the problem. Like they ain't even mention McGuire no more. I think his vote really done tanked. But I'm
Mm.
like, if McGuire and Sosa and Bonds didn't have that moment they had, baseball wouldn't be where it is now. They helped bring baseball back to prominence after that strike. But for some reason, everybody's dumb to that and don't remember that.
Yeah, that's why I like that ESPN 30 for 30, the one summer or whatever it's called.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, they put it in perspective. They did all that hard work. They brung baseball back, and baseball has forgotten them.
That's not that baseball forgot them. Baseball didn't want them to get caught.
That's
And
true.
technically, no one's gotten caught. Well, Sammy and I think Mark failed the test. Barry's never failed the test.
Well, Mark actually, he's the one that admitted it. He said, "Yeah, I took something." Sammy still to this day has not admitted to anything. And my whole thing is, well, why should he? It's over now. But let me ask you this. Had this been the NFL, who do you think in this class right now that could get into the Hall of Fame would get in with the necessary 75%?
This Hall of Fame.
Yep. I think only two would get in. Peyton Manning and Charles Woodson.
Because the thing with Peyton Manning and Charles Woodson, they're forever going to be tied together because of the Rose Bowl and the motherfucking Heisman and the draft. So they're going to be tied. So you're going to put them in just cause. So you don't even look at them. You put them on the shelf. You look to see who's the next one. I give you maybe two players out of the next one, but they had to start campaigning. And that's the thing with this year's class. Ain't nobody campaigning. I think the most I hear is when they mention Fred Taylor on the I Am Athlete that we watch. They say how Fred need to be in. But a lot of these other players, they have news people campaigning. Every time they go on the show, they would try to mention them for the Hall of Fame. That's how Shannon Sharp got in. Because he had a couple of mouthpieces that would, when they go in that room, will keep big up and talking about how Shannon needs to be in it because he this, and this. Because they hated his attitude.
Mm.
So it's just, I think with this next class, Charles, Peyton, without a doubt, then Reggie will stand a good chance because of his connection to Peyton. He stand a good chance, and should maybe just Reggie because of his connection to Peyton. Because Baselli, if he'd have played long with Jacksonville before he got hurt, then maybe him. But I think probably just Reggie because of his connection with Peyton. Because people forget Reggie played so good, he made you forget about Marvin Harrison, which is crazy. But like when Charles Woodson was on All Smoke, he said they was like, "Who was your hardest receiver to hold?" He said Marvin Harrison. I was like, "Wow, somebody giving Marvin props for a change. That is shocking."
Yeah, that is. Hey, there was a fight over the weekend. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it. UFC. Okay, so McGregor fought Poirier for the second time, and I don't know if you keep up with UFC. In the first one, McGregor won.
Yeah.
Not this weekend. McGregor got the shit beat out of him. It didn't go his way, but you know, Conor McGregor being Conor McGregor is already campaigning for a third fight between them. Talking about now we need the rubber match.
Yeah,
Conor needs to hang it on up.
Nah, Conor's trying to be a businessman. He's trying to do what boxing used to do, to where you would get trilogies. Best trilogy of all time was Hagler versus Sugar Ray.
No,
that was the best trilogy of all time.
It was Hagler Hearns. Best trilogy, yeah.
They didn't fight. Was Hagler Sugar Ray because
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Had sponsors buying into that. I remember churches had the cups and everything because we had a couple, and that's what Conor's trying to do.
Yeah, that was the best trilogy.
He's trying to drill up money to make it relevant because he knows. Because like the reason why they brought Conor back because they know they suffering. Yeah. And when he made that comment, they're like, "You gonna fight again?" He said, "Yeah, you guys know I get bored." He should have been like, "Y'all need me. You know I'm fighting again." Because outside of Conor, name another MMA fighter outside of Conor and Brock Lesnar.
Does Brock still fight? Exactly.
You would name.
Yeah, that's true. I agree, and yeah, unfortunately, we will see another one. And what Conor needs to understand though is when they first fought, Poirier was up and comer. He didn't have them skills yet. This past weekend, he's right where he needed to be. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, and it showed. Now, when they fight again, which I'm pretty sure would be in the next couple years or less,
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to lose anything. And if he does, imagine what Conor McGregor is going to lose. So Conor McGregor is going to have to be a training fool, and he's going to have to be practically on something in order to come out with the W. Not saying that he won't, not saying that he can't, but the odds don't look like they well in his favor. And I
I,
also have to say I apologize. You were right about Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard.
mm-hmm.
The trilogy, that was a trilogy. I was thinking the best overall fight, which is to this day still Hagler Hearns. That was the best fight ever in any weight class anywhere. Kids, look that up on YouTube if you don't believe me. You won't
Yeah.
find any hugs in that fight.
But after that fight, we didn't hear from Hearns again until he was in that celebrity fight with Martin.
That's because he got knocked out.
And he had to go beat up on a celebrity. Damn shame.
Also, that was the greatest national anthem before a sporting event. Thank you, Marvin Gaye.
I thought Marvin Gaye did the one for the Laker game.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. Y'all's national anthem sucked. Marvin Gaye did the Laker game. But the reason why that was fresh in my head, I'm giving props to the Kansas City Chiefs for the
Hey,
AFC Championship. The national anthem, they let the kid play the guitar, man. They didn't have somebody screaming at the top of their lungs off key trying to do the national anthem. They had a young man, him and his guitar, standing next to the statue of Lamar Hunt,
yep.
going at it. Damn good national anthem, the best one I done heard in the last 5-6 years at a sporting event. Props to y'all, appreciate it. That don't mean y'all gonna win Super Bowl Sunday, but you know. And before you go there,
I ain't saying nothing.
because you've already asked the question, and a lot of people want to know. Kevin's over there talking to Rick. Rick's a Raider fan. Is he gonna root for the Chiefs or
Yes,
is
he
he gonna
is.
root for the Bucks?
He's rooting for the Chiefs. You already asked for a T-shirt.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing right here, and this is to let y'all know why. Okay, yeah, I am Raider fan, but I appreciate football of all on all levels. And
Here
when it
you go
comes
put a
to
disclaimer on it.
no, there's no disclaimer
All
because
right,
I'm
hey,
getting
go
ready to
ahead
give you
and
the answer.
explain. Go
I'm getting ready to give
well,
you the answer, but I'm
hey, go
telling
ahead
you why.
and
I'm telling you
explain.
why I'm giving you the answer.
Hold on. Look up in the sky, NBC. The more you know. Keep disclaiming.
um, if Tom Brady wins this Super Bowl, not only do we have to hear, "Oh, he's the GOAT, he's the greatest of all time. No one will ever match what he's done. Oh, Tom is so sexy. Tom is this, Tom is that." I'll have to listen to Tony Romo practically begging to suck Tom Brady's dick for 3 hours on this broadcast on Super Bowl Sunday. I do not want that. I need Frank Clark to step the fuck up and hit somebody. I need Passanio to come around the corner and hit somebody. I need somebody to sack Brady multiple times, pick him off multiple times, and he can be picked. Ask Green Bay if they could have done something with it. I need Travis Kelce to be Travis Kelce. Just have your average 100-yard game. You're all right. I need Hill to just be Hill, have his average 100-yard game and score some touchdowns. I need Mahomes to have better numbers than Tom Brady. That's a stretch, and I'll tell you why that's a stretch in a minute.
No,
But
tell me why that's a stretch before I talk. Tell me why that's a stretch.
all right, this year, for whatever reason, Mahomes has put up good numbers, but not great numbers. He's been outdueled by a lot of quarterbacks. Even in games that they've won, he's been outplayed. So he's got to be careful with that in the Super Bowl. And I think that he will step up his game.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say about the asinine comment you just made. When you're gifted as I am and as Pat is, you can turn it off and on when you want to. Now, this is what I will say in agreement with you. Pat needs to stop doing that. Pat just needs to go balls to the wall all game. But when you realize, as he and I have realized, when you're better than the community, you can sit on your pedestal and just, oh, okay, y'all ready? Let's make this happen. then they go do what they do. Because if you, a lot of commentators have said that they're like, when he wants to win, no one can battle, no one can stop him. This season, he's been in cruise control because he's been winning everywhere else, and he's been winning on the field too. But it's like when you know you're in the midst of some form of a dynasty, you find yourself just cruising along till you need to. When they came out Sunday, that was a statement game to remind people we still that team from a year before. We're still that team from a year before that. We still can kick ass at will when we need to. Because even though they lost by 14, we both know Buffalo lost by way more than 14. That game looked way worse than what it was. That last touchdown was a bullshit touchdown just because they was in a hurry up. In all actuality, they should have lost by like 24.
Okay, here's the deal. Because you just made my point. When you said Kansas City is still that team from last year and that team from the year before, what happened in the AFC Championship game the year before? Who did they play the year before? This is not just any game coming up in the Super Bowl. You're playing Tom Brady and the refs.
Here's the thing.
You're playing Tom Brady and the refs.
Hear me out. Year before when we lost to Brady, that was a bullshit penalty. We both can agree on D Ford getting offsides.
Tom Brady and the refs.
Let me finish. Is that idiot in the 816 anymore? Is he in the 913?
Don't forget about him.
To the 49ers and ain't seen him since.
That means that somebody else will be the scapegoat this year.
But that's the thing, though. This team is disciplined. That doesn't happen. Now, if Chris Jones can keep his attitude in check, because we both know he got away with a 2-piece of the biscuit that should have got his ass kicked out the game. But, hey, hear no evil, see no evil on that one. It's going to be a good game. People forget we beat them week 12, week 13, whenever it was. Beat them handedly until we decided to get conservative, do that traditional prevent defense, let them come back, and we won by 4. Remember, we was up 21-0.
No, you won by 3. It was 27-24.
Well, 3-4. But you get what I'm saying. We was up by 3 touchdowns after the first quarter, and Tyreek had 200 yards. Then what happened? Andy, slow it down. We should have kept going. I guarantee you, we'd have put up 40+ on them had Andy not put the brakes on. This game will be different because now both they starting corners is playing. But can they keep up with Tyreek? 9 out of 10, probably not. And Tyreek has shown yesterday, Sunday, Tyreek finally was focused and wasn't bullshitting playing around. He was getting those little 7-8 yard passes the defense was giving, turned them into 20-yard gains, 30-yard gains. And motherfucking Hardman, hey, you fumbled, we gonna go back to get your confidence up. Take the screen pass, take that bitch 50 yards. Oh, that wasn't good enough? Hey, take the screen pass, get a touchdown out of it. Andy knows what to do. The one worry I have is 9-knuckle Paul. Oh, that was wrong. One worry I have is his good hand might be a problem because both our tackles are out. But I have faith in Andy on taking care of that. That's the one worry I have is with the tackles. But I got faith in Andy doing what he.
Don't forget you got Sue on the other side.
Sue ain't been a factor since he left the Rams. Since he left Detroit. Let's be honest about it. Sue's he'll give you one good play, but then after that, what? People forgot he was even playing. They didn't realize he was on the Bucks. So I'm not worried about Sue. I'm worried about them ends when it comes to my tackles because both my tackles is gone. And much as I couldn't stand Eric Fisher, hats off to him. You gave your Achilles to save Mahomes from getting tackled on your last play. Granted, you tripped yourself, and that's what blew your Achilles, but you still gave your all to make sure your QB didn't get touched because you done got him killed many a times on a lesser of a play. So I give that to him. And it might be if that's his last play for Kansas City, you going out a hero. Because we going to the Super Bowl and you might get another ring, and then you can get all the Budweisers you want doing this with it or whatever. But it's the game, I don't want to say it's even because I think Snead can play good defense on Evans. Evans isn't a burner. We ain't got to worry about that. Goodwin. Goodwin used to be a burner. I don't know what happened to him now. I guess he just goes deep and jump up for it. Not worried about that because we got another corner that can keep up with that.
Is
Because
Antonio Brown playing?
he says something like he may be hurt or whatever.
Okay, then.
And if Antonio Brown's playing, I'm not worried about him because Thornhill and was it 21? Was it Breast? Was it Breland? They both have came back like they forgot they was fuck ups beforehand, and I can appreciate that.
Now I will say this about Andy: he gets them no namers playing like they big timers.
Well, that's the thing though. They was drafted in big time positions, and Breland they came back bigger, stronger, and better. Put Breland on Goodwin. Put Thornhill on Antonio. Not worried about it. I put Dirty Dan on Antonio. You know, because and my boy Dirty Dan keep making plays if you haven't noticed, and he keep laying the motherfucking wood on people.
Yeah, don't put him on Antonio though. He's
Antonio
not
ain't got
fast.
them hits
He
no
ain't
more.
fast enough to man. He got
Antonio,
enough.
he ain't got Dan keep up because out the gate they go chip him regardless.
That's true.
So I'm not even worried about it. And Dan, I don't think people realize how physical he is because he said point blank, I belonged in the NFL, but Matthews helped me to where I'm in the NFL. Whole different story there. That mean, and you seen how he was playing. That last sack that he got, who seen him blitzing in? Because he came out of fucking nowhere till they showed the behind the camera view. And I was like, man, the Honey Badger a bad boy. He don't get the props he deserves. You'll hear people talking about, oh, he don't do this, he don't do that. Every play isn't to make a play, it's to be in the play. You don't have to be the one, because it makes me appreciate Ray Lewis more now. There's always be like, how Ray Lewis end up with 15 tackles and he the cleanup man. He's making the play that's there to be made. So it's like when Honey Badger come in, he blitzing, and you may get away from him, then boom, there's Chris Jones. Or there's Topanga, or there's Frank Clark or whatever. It's like we did a good job of swarming in that game. QB was a little bit more athletic, but at the same time, it's like Charles Woodson said today on their podcast. They got the defense so scared, they don't know what to do when it comes to the quarterback a lot of the time. When you go, if you can grab this in the third, you know, when to let go, or you just, you don't want to grab on the back, you don't want to get called for a horse collar. You don't want to grab the face mask. So a lot of times, like, you got to grab their arm and try to yank them down and grab their uniform, try to pull them down, and hope that they don't call roughing the passer while you trying to do it. So it's kind of and a lot of times they don't want you. You can't just drive through the player because then they're going to call roughing the passer or a weak ass helmet to helmet when you wasn't trying to do helmet to helmet. If I'm coming down
And
to make
see,
that sack,
that's what I think is going to hurt Kansas City if the refs start calling those ticky tack fouls. Because
bullshit.
Brady's going to whisper in the ref's ear, that one right there, that one, he leads with the helmet all the time. And what's the ref going to do? See you come in with the shoulder, but if any part of your helmet gets close, that little yellow piece of cloth is going to come out.
I look at it like this. If we lose, this year's Super Bowl will be a repeat next year and we'll win. Because it's going to be, because the way I look at it, say if we win this one, we're not.
If y'all lose, you'll still go back. I'll give you that. Bucks won't be back.
Here's because the way the NFL is setting up, they're setting up for the next couple of years. If we win this one, we get 2 in a row. Some reason we won't go back next year. Brady will ride off into the sunset with his ring. So they doing like the whole passing of the guard. Like when we lost to them, Super Bowl, Brady won, nobody watched. Following year, we beat them, we go Super Bowl, we win. Pass another guard. So with this, if we beat, it'll be a pass another guard, but we won't get 3 in a row. They're not gonna let us do 3 in a row. If they do, I'll be truly surprised because you got to feed these other young quarterbacks because you turned it back into a quarterback-driven league to where Baltimore, number one priority is to resign Lamar. We got to get him back in here because we can't win without him. Hell, you can't win with him. So, but that's what they gonna do. So it's just they got to set the scene in the story, and I'll be surprised if they don't give Brady one more leading out the door. Because he's gonna finish out this 2-year deal, then he's gonna be done. So it's either gonna be we win and we don't go back next year, or it, or it may be we win and then we face them next year, and then that's when they get theirs. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, but
It's like I don't want that to happen, but the way the NFL put their stories together, like Young and the Restless, that's what I expect to happen.
I
But
just
at the
hate the
same time,
fact that this league caters to Brady's every move.
hey, 6th round pick. Hey, Belichick made him what he was, and
Did
they
he, or
ran
did
with
he
it.
make Belichick what he was?
They was hand in hand with each other.
All I
Brady,
know is, if his Belichick was such a genius, why didn't they even make the playoffs this year? And Brady, he was just like touchdown in Tampa. It was like, hey fellas, would you like to go to a Super Bowl? All right, I'll
well,
sign.
no, that's what we're not about to do. We're not about to do that bullshit. Here's what it was: in order to be successful, you got to have a well-rounded team. Belichick is not a good GM as much as he is a coach. He had no replacements for nobody. He's been living on a win now situation to where he always had that next draft pick worth. You ain't paying nobody, so people go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
so at some point, that well's gonna run dry. That well dried in the motherfucker now. He ain't got nothing to do. Brady did same thing Peyton Manning did, same thing Dion did when he was a free agent. Where can I win? Where can I win now? Remember, Dion came here. He was like the other thing, San Francisco got a ring, 1-year deal. Okay, where can I win now? Oh, let me go to the Cowboys. Won another ring. I'm gonna stay here because we gonna keep winning. They
He
kept
won in
winning.
Dallas first and then went to the Niners.
No, he went to the Niners first, then Dallas. Because remember, he never left Dallas. Then he went to Washington.
Was it? Okay.
It was the Niners first. So it's one of the things to where they look to see where can I win, where can I win now. Remember, last year Tampa had a good team with Winston throwing all those picks. They was a game away from the playoffs. They was a game out. They should have went to the playoffs. But Winston threw a couple picks or whatever. Problem was the coach didn't match the team. What do? You bring in Bruce Arians, offensive minded coach. What does he do? Man, let me get the best defensive coaches out there. Todd Bowles, I know you just got to let go, but look at this defense I got for you. Todd Bowles and all. I ain't seen this since I first got to the Jets when we had a squad. And what does he do? He got that defense humming. So naturally, here come Brady. You looking for something fresh. What happens? Hey, Brady, I'm a quarterback coach. I'm going to let you do you. But here's my young coordinator. He worked with me in Arizona. You seen what he did there? Brady has respect. Like I said, when Brady got off the sideline after the first 12 game, whatever, first thing he did was gave Byron a hug and was giving him props or whatever. When he do his press conference, he'll mention Bruce, but he's quick to say Byron because he know Byron Leftwich revitalized him, like I said, almost a noodle arm. He still threw for 4,600 yards and then there 50 touchdowns. You got to get that to the coordinator. The coordinator made that shit happen. He called the right fucking plays, put you in the right damn system, and made it happen. Yeah, he threw some picks in there, some error passes, because you still thinking you Tom Brady from 5 years ago. But when you lock into that system, you look like a good Tom Brady, but it's Byron being the puppet master having you do what you do. So Brady went to the right situation because if he'd have went to Denver, it wouldn't have happened. If he'd have stayed in New England, it wasn't going to happen. There was no other team that was fit for him other than Tampa, if you want to be truthful about it. Nobody else, unless he'd have went to the Colts. The Colts, he could have had success with them, especially with that run game.
Now you talking about offensively? There was nothing else there for him.
I don't think there's anywhere else he could have did anything outside what he did in Tampa. Tampa had the best all-around team that was going to complement and make him look like an all-star.
Chargers?
I don't think he could have did it with the Chargers.
They got weapons.
They
They
got
got a
weapons.
defense.
They got weapons. And they got and that quarterback look legit this year, and still look what they did.
Yeah, but
And see,
he,
and also the big thing about it, Brady's a vet. You got to respect the vet because the vet's gonna respect the what? A vet coach.
yeah,
The Chargers coach ain't a vet coach. So
that's true.
Brady's not, you know what I'm saying? That's why Peyton went to Denver because of Elway. Elway wasn't the coach, but who do you see all the fucking time?
Elway.
So, vets gonna respect vets. It's basically the aspect of QB talk, QB to QB. Bruce Aaron ain't never been a QB, but he's supposedly a QB whisperer. He's an offensive guy. So you go where you know it's gonna benefit you overall. So if that's the case, he probably could have went to Minnesota and took Kirk Cousins' job.
Yeah, they wouldn't have made the playoffs there though. That
You don't
defense was
know.
suspect.
The defense was suspect, but I bet he probably could have did the same with the offense though. Because
Nah,
good off. Because now it's
see,
like they said,
see,
your
remember
off.
over the summer though when there was rumors, oh, he's gonna go to Vegas. He's gonna go to Vegas. All right. First of all, I squashed that early on because I was like, look, Carr put up better numbers than Brady.
I don't think that would have worked anyway because he's not mobile enough for John Gruden.
Exactly. That's where I was going with that. We wouldn't even got 8 wins this year if Brady was our QB. So it is truly the system. You are correct there. And yeah,
And
he
also, and
he
also
respect the hell out of Gruden, but he wouldn't get him 8 wins.
and then at the same time, I don't care what nobody says when it's all said and done. Brady, yeah, he got more rings, but he's not as heralded as Peyton Manning is. So you're chasing the statue of Peyton. You feel what I'm saying? It's
I
like you're
agree.
trying to, yeah, Peyton stayed in the AFC, so you had to one up him and go somewhere different. But the thing is, he went to a team that was struggling, hadn't seen a quarterback since Elway, well, since Jay Cutler. But you went to a team that was complete. If they'd have brought Winston back, I think they could have did it with Winston.
I'm not sure. Winston, he's suspect at times.
Winston needed a run game. You give him a run game, you still he's gonna be effective.
Yeah, see,
But it's
that was
like
the other thing. Once they brought Fournette in, they had a legit run game.
yeah, and that touchdown run he had, that was fucking beautiful.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he might make my fantasy squad next season.
Oh, don't say that too loud, Commissioner, because he gonna get injured in week 2, and you're gonna be mad.
Yeah, with my fucking running back luck, that's a possibility.
I picked 7th. Oh man, I don't even know. That's too long. That's too long from now. I don't know who I'm. Ain't gonna be nobody good on the board when I pick. I'm so sick.
Don't do excuses, ladies and gentlemen. He's
Uh huh.
already put. I'm gonna start calling you disclaimer Larry because you disclaiming the shit out of stuff right now.
I ain't disclaimed nothing. Hey, I made the playoffs this year, Commish.
All right, bitch. All right.
One game away from going to the Super Bowl, Commish.
Yeah. Okay, motherfucker.
So yeah, try to remember that now.
Uh,
Before
yeah.
you step on me, make sure that you know where you stepping.
Okay. Yeah. You was one game this, one game that. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, but
There you go.
real
Hey,
talk, real
one
talk,
clap for your one game.
real talk. Have I made strides every single year?
I mean, that's what you want to call it. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you ain't winning, you ain't did shit.
Oh, okay. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna shelve that in the back of my mind
Yeah.
until draft day. Because you know
You know
how
what I'm
you
saying?
know my policy. You know my
If you
policy.
ain't winning, you ain't did shit.
All right,
Yeah,
but
man, yeah, motherfucker, stay silent.
mhm. Oh yeah. All right. That's all I'm gonna say about this upcoming game. Anyway, this week. Next week I'll probably have some more because
Okay.
I will say one more thing about the AFC. Oh, excuse me, the AFC Championship game. Frank Clark, where'd you get that coat?
Man, my nigga. Because when the game was over, I was like, whose fucking fur coat is that? Then when I saw I posted that whatever, my nigga, I said, hey, he's something different. But it's like I keep telling people, because Tim think we wasting money on him. I'm like, we really didn't. It's not about making every play. Derek Thomas didn't make every fucking play. Neither did Donnie Edwards or motherfucking Neil Smith. They didn't make every damn play. Or Derek Johnson. They broke up plays so other plays happen. Because Chris Jones didn't get a sack, but he broke up a lot of damn plays. That's like people don't they fail to realize that. It's like, and you go overpay, and you go overpay, but like Tony taught us, it's all about the guaranteed money. Guarantee wise, we didn't overpay him. We got him for a good price, guarantee wise. I think his guarantee was like 40 or something mil or 50 mil. Good price on the guarantee. He's not going to make 100 mil off of us because he'll probably get cut and have to redo his contract next season. And I ain't worried about that. He got his guarantee, probably like 3 years, 40 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, man, hey, you earned that. You saw blood in the water, you made it happen. That's all that matters. Now, I'm about to look and see what his contract is. But yeah, I want that coat. That coat was dirt. That was a dope ass coat.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, who saw that coming?
Okay, so we got him 5 years, 104 million, 19 on the signing bonus, 62 guaranteed. So annual salary at 20 mil. Next year gonna be his last year. Plain and simple.
I will say this though. I mean, you hate to say this about a team with this much firepower, but they really are win right now.
Yeah.
Because after last year, y'all won it all. Great, congrats, props to y'all. But you can't lie. Brett Veach was dealing with $1.95 in his pocket for the salary cap and made that shit
You won't
happen.
let that go, would you?
That's because if he does that shit 2 years in a row, he's not just GM of the year. He's the GM god if he lets that happen. If he does that again this year, you can't.
The thing is, he takes advantage of the aspect of the signing bonus. That that doesn't count against your cap. You know what I'm saying? So that benefits like we gave Frank Clark 19 million in a signing bonus. That's the most random ass number. But what they say his average is gonna be 20 million a season. So 1 year is your signing bonus. You're guaranteed 62. We've already taken care of you like that. Because we're gonna take that 19 and we're gonna spread that out because that's gonna be separate from your salary.
Yeah.
So in all actuality, he got 20 last year, 20 this year, and he been getting his signing bonus. We could cut him after this year, ain't lost nothing. It's all about how you use. Brett he's mastered the NFL contract on how to get around because you ain't heard once about no hit against the salary cap on any of the players he signed. But Mahomes, and that's not till year 6 or 7 of that contract. Well, what he doing now when the other one comes together? It's all about shoot. It's the shoots and ladders of how you do things, and how they say. So I guess you could say Brett's he's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers, because he's definitely king of motherfuckers. Checkmate, bitch. Look what I did. Now there's gonna be, and people have to realize by the time Mahomes time's up, we're probably gonna be in a dark period because we're gonna when I had a cap space or whatever, or we just might, we might be caught up a little bit. But he's got everybody in their prime to where Travis may get one more deal, Tyreek may get one more deal. Others, hey, let's restock. Let's restock. Because me and my friend was getting to it yesterday. He was like, it's time for us to let Hardman go and Pringle go. And I'm like, why? They ain't did nothing. I was like, Robinson, we let him go because he ain't been focused. He needs to be gone. He was like, man, they ain't did enough. They ain't showed enough to be out there with Mahomes. I'm like, bro, they doing what the system calls for them to do. But he's one of them that he's old school. He want a receiver. That type of shit don't exist anymore in the NFL. you gonna have a receiver that's gonna have more stats, but there's not any more true number one receivers in the game in a lot of these offenses. Probably only maybe five that still do a number one receiver.
Yeah, where
Everybody,
he's wrong is this. First of all, yeah, Pringle needs to step up from time to time, but I haven't seen any problems with Hardman. Hardman does what he needs to do, but what he's got to understand is since the beginning of time, yeah, you've always had your number one receiver, but for every Alvin Harper, there was a whoever was across from him. Um, for every yeah, I'm sorry, for every Michael Irvin, there was an Alvin Harper. I mean, that's just the way it is.
yeah,
You can't have both guys get 200 catches.
that's true. You're right about that.
Now, I would say this: if Kansas City didn't have Travis Kelsey, those catches might come in to another receiver's hands. But you got Kelsey, you got Hill. I mean, there's only so many times that Mahomes can pass. So there's your 200 yard games right there.
That's true. That's very true.
That's why
Man,
you give Hardman the ball in the damn jet sweep.
and he took the fuck off with that. He gashed them so many times. You know, and I felt bad for Diggs. I thought Diggs was gonna have a real, hey, let me show y'all why, they traded for me type game. And people were telling me, oh, he was quiet for 3 quarters. He was quiet in the fourth quarter too. Don't let's
Yeah. Diggs
imagine
didn't have a good game at all.
exactly. The whole offense was shut down. And I'm just mad at the officials. This last thing I'm gonna say about the game, how they punked out and didn't throw players out the game. Buffalo should have about 3 players tossed out the game when Allen got sacked.
Yeah, there was an awful lot of fights going on.
And then
And
I'm noticing I expect the league to send out some fines for they for players that should have got ejected. I see they quiet. They ain't saying nothing. I'm like, man, that's that
well,
bullshit
I
right
think
there.
that's because earlier in the week the league said to the refs, let's not call as much, let them play. And they took it to a whole nother level. In addition to the hand checks that weren't called, that would normally be called during the regular season, they letting scuffles go on after the play. So they doing a little too much.
Yeah, Buffalo was on one. They was out there playing dirty to the motherfucker. They need to get that shit together.
That's
But I
because
will
they were
say
riding
though,
that high all year, and reality came crashing down.
in reality was you didn't get hot till we came and beat your ass. Then you went on a run, destroying pretty much everybody you went against. Then what you had to do? You had to meet up against that roadblock again, and we stomped your ass out like a cigarette in the street.
And see, I thought it was going to be at least competitive when they went up 9-0. But as soon as the old boy missed the point after, I'm like, all right, here we go. Kansas City's
When
not
he
even
missed
going to
that
let them get
extra
double
point,
digits.
you can feel the air go out the stadium on their side.
Yeah.
He missed it. It's just like that. Just kind of they stayed stuck on that, and I'm just like, okay, he missed it. Move on from it. But once he did that, it's like that fired us up. There's a commentator gonna say, "Well, I mean, it was a good game. Kansas City had to come from behind. 9-0 is not a come from behind.
No, 29-0 is a come from behind.
Exactly. That's why I was like, man, they don't get the fuck out of there. So we never looked back after that.
True or false? Tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong. Cleveland had a better game than Buffalo.
Nah, false, false.
You don't think so?
Buffalo actually ran a better offense than Cleveland did. Because when your number one receiver has 7 catches for 5 yards and a touchdown,
But Cleveland was in the game the whole way. Had a chance to win it at the end. Buffalo was not even close.
Cleveland got. Nah, I wouldn't say they was in the whole game. That's just we should have turned it on Cleveland. I wanted us to roast their ass,
Should
but
have.
yeah, we should have. But that was one of those
By the way,
playing
we did.
opponent. Yeah, I ain't gonna give Cleveland credit like that because they ain't that damn good. We just that's when we shit the bed when we should have just just whoop their ass badly.
I'm gonna say this too. Cleveland is the product of a division, not a weak division, but a division that's getting weak. We saw what Pittsburgh's about. Baltimore's not as good as you think they are, and Cincinnati just plain sucks. That's why Cleveland is where they're at.
And literally, it's gonna be Cleveland's division to win for a couple of years because Pittsburgh got to get rid of Big Ben. They got to.
You think so?
Ben's done. He's barely moving. His time's up. If he stays, he's just trying to get a check.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh, um, they say ESPN's trying to holler at Phillip Rivers.
And he got kids to tend to at home.
Got 10 of them bitches.
Yeah, he might take the ESPN gig then, because they tried to offer Peyton several times. He don't want it.
Either 9 or 10 kids, but he got too many damn kids.
Yeah, he got mouths to feed, so it's a foregone conclusion. He gonna
And
be up in there.
CBS just made the unfortunate announcement that Romo's doing the Super Bowl.
I already knew. That's why I said. That's why I said what I said. He's gonna talk about Tom Brady.
He's so gonna annoy me.
Yeah, he's gonna have the brownest nose you've ever seen. He's gonna be so far up Brady's butt.
Yeah.
You know who I feel sorry for? Jim Nance, because he's got to work with him.
Yeah, Nance is the homie. So I feel you on that.
And you know the whole time Nance is gonna be thinking, when is the Masters? When is the Masters?
Switching gears, speaking of you say Masters, bro, you gotta watch the documentary on Tiger Woods.
Is it that 2-part documentary we talked about a couple weeks ago?
Man.
What channel is that on?
It's on HBO Max.
Damn, bro, I don't have HBO Max.
Man, all you gotta do is holler at me. I got you whenever you want to watch it.
All right, we'll holler soon. We'll holler soon.
Bro, Tiger need a hug. I'm dead serious. When we get off here, we gonna talk about it. It was. I mean, we gonna talk about it.
Well, we almost ready to wind it down anyway. I was gonna ask you if you had anything else.
No, I'm good. Hey, Chiefs won. I'm good. I'll be ready for the Super Bowl, bitches.
I'm just gonna leave it with this thought. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I'm gonna need the Chiefs to step the fuck up and keep Brady from winning another Super Bowl ring.
I have faith in Andy. He hasn't disappointed. He's done everything he's supposed to do. Unlike in Philly, he has an owner that believes in him and a GM, and they got him the toys he needed to put together the army that he requested.
Hey, but since you brought that up, fun fact, this is where you got to give Andy Reid props. All right, you know how the Chiefs were the first AFC team to go to the AFC Championship 3 times in a row?
Yeah.
Who was the first NFC team to do it?
Philly.
Coached by
Andy Reid.
There you go. So obviously that man know what he's doing.
It's just Jeffrey Lurie can get out of his own damn way and get a GM that will work with Andy.
So obviously they got problems still going on in Philly. So.
Oh, and that's what and I'll say it now because Nell won't be back till next week. Guess who asked to be request because he didn't like how things is going?
Who?
Duke Staley. After all this time being an assistant coach in Philly, I guess this last hiring rubbed him the wrong way to where he told them he wanted to be released out of his contract. And he's been with Philly since he stopped playing.
Wow.
So he's been there at least 10.
Well, damn. He was with Philly when he was playing.
That's what I'm saying. He's been Philly through and through. Even when he went to New Orleans, he came back to Philly.
Yeah.
But after all that shit that happened, right now he's like, fuck Philly and release me because he's not feeling, I guess, who the new coach is. And I was like, wow.
I can't blame him. It's a mess up there.
That's
all right. listen up, folks. Email us at the two dudes podcast at yahoo.com. Give us shouts. We on Facebook. We on Instagram. If you're streaming this on your podcast feed of choice, check out our other episodes. If you're watching this on YouTube, looking at our beautiful faces, give us a like, give us a comment. Make sure that you subscribe because we here every week.
You can even give us a dislike. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, I agree. Tell us what you don't like. You
You
know,
can tell us why Richard don't be listening while I'm right. I mean, if that's how you feel. Just say it.
bro, I tell you when you're right,
I
but I tell
understand.
you when you're wrong too.
Yeah, I'm usually right then.
I'll
You
just
know,
keep it real. I just
that's
keep
it.
it real. I will say this in closing. If the Chiefs don't win Super Bowl Sunday, I'm not letting your punk ass live it down all summer. I don't care if y'all go back 3 times in a row starting next year. You must beat Brady. I need this. I cannot. Y'all, you don't know how much I can't stand this dude.
I
He
know.
must go down hard.
I know. That's why you got to listen to that All Smoke podcast with Charles, because he said after that bullshit play happened and they made that shit up, that they couldn't get past that, and that's the reason why they lost that game, because they were still stuck on what happened versus what was going on. They talked to him about that. He break the shit down. And he made me want to order his whiskey. That's a whole nother story. Um, yeah, listen, he had a good interview. But I understand your hate for Brady. I can't put your hate on my squad. I just need my squad to win. Because we all
As you wish.
know when they show the map of who's all for the Chiefs and who's all for Tampa, more likely it's gonna be 90 plus for us, like it was when we played them in the championship or whatever. So I ain't worried about that, bro. I ain't worried about it. We gonna
Okay,
see what we know. It's us versus the officials.
that's true. All right, folks. Thanks for listening to another episode. We appreciate y'all, and we will see you again soon. Kevin, take us on out.
All right, hey, y'all be easy. Y'all saw how we do. Y'all saw what we do. Next week, hopefully, we'll have a couple guests to talk more football and talk about the Super Bowl and everything that's going down. Like Rich said, y'all have a good one. Be safe. Do something wild to celebrate the home team, or do like Trey Songz, fight a cop, put him in the headlock, show them how niggas get treated, whatever you feel like doing. And he did it, of course, where Arrowhead Stadium, home of the what? Defending back-to-back Super Bowl champions.
Don't say back to back. You can't defend back to back until you win it back to back.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna hate.
You the defending champ, but you ain't the defending back to back champ yet.
The more he talked with that old man hatred, you see his beard get grayer. Uh, on that note, love y'all. See y'all later in the home of the Chiefs. Holla
Good
at your
night,
boy.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't yell at him because he getting old too. Don't let him fool you.